Alright, what's up guys? How's it going? So, we are currently, I don't know, we're kind of chilling, I guess. Yeah, but, you know, in all seriousness though, right? You guys probably all know that it is IGG's birthday for the game, which is kind of cool. And so they got gem and goblins and all kinds of stuff. Right now I just have mostly goblins around me, but you get the point. So we're, you know, doing the same old thing, just like we always do. Basically depositing resources and rinsing and repeating the process. Because that's pretty much what we do. Anyway. I guess on one note, right, in case you're wondering, how do you actually be a team player in your guild? Be like this guy. You know, give resources, and in return I will give you spades. It's a nice way to make a deal with friends. It's also an easy way for him to level up, as well as me. It kind of works for both of us. Anyways, so yeah, we've got a little bit of resources to work with. Yeah, it's enough to at least play with. Probably use a couple of these 3 hours real quick. Mind you, I was still in war spec, so I do need to make that slight adjustment, but no matter. Anyway. As you guys can probably tell, I'm VIP 15, so there's basically a little over 1 million gems spent trying to do that, but I don't know. You tell me whether it's worth it or not. I don't know. Some of you are going to look at me and say, that was a waste. But I don't know. Me personally, I think it's nice to have all those benefits, especially since, you know, if I need to increase the gear stats and such, it really makes sense to have those kind of stats backing you. It really does. But of course, you know, how does that all pan out, right? And again, you know, it's like, oh man, let me tell you, you know, we've got, you know, hell events. Right now it's a research event. You guys probably have seen or heard about the anniversary gift, so we'll probably do some of those. Right now they're all research based at the moment, so there's not really a whole need per se to just like print an excessive amount of troops right now, but we'll end up probably printing a considerable amount pretty damn soon. But of course, you know, that doesn't mean I'm not going out looking for things. Because believe me, I am. It's just oftentimes very, very difficult to actually come across anybody with loot. I don't know why. But it just always seems to be. Especially in this kingdom where, like, the majority of the group, like, guild population is so tiny. It's not even funny. But, I don't know, you know, it's kind of the way it is. You know, I guess what we could do is we could probably check and see if MCQ's got any things just laying around in certain spots. It's something we could do. And again, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'll regret switching here in a bit, but I don't think I will. But I guess I digress. It's probably not that big of a deal. I always sit here and kind of fuss because it's like, yeah, you spend a talent reset only to spend another talent reset. Oh. I didn't know this. It's interesting. Hold on. Now I gotta go looking for them, because apparently somebody out there has not been getting them. See, they're like one in a dime a dozen, but yeah, you gotta get those Jimmy Gremlins, man. 500 gems. Hell yeah. Okay. Oh, anyway. So I guess while we're doing that, Of course, it's CNN that's like consistently attacking this account. You know, it's out in the middle of nowhere, but I guess it does make sense, though, considering the circumstances of where it's currently located. Yeah, 10-0. I mean, it's not too bad. Not great, but it's something. Get that next streaming gremlin. Gotta take advantage of it whenever it comes. Let's see here. I guess one tip I would give anybody, though, is always take advantage of these goddamn events. I mean, it doesn't seem like much, these little Jimming gremlins running around, but when you get like 100, sometimes 500, and that's not bad. If you do that, like, you know, take 20 monsters, I mean, you're at 100 a pop, you're at 2,000 gems. At 500 a pop every now and then, that's, yeah, I mean, that stacks up pretty fast. Assuming, of course, you even run into them, that is. Because some of you, I'm sure, are probably in more active kingdoms than me, but yeah, I don't know, I just can't help but point that out. Because holy crap, man. Loot is freaking good, depending on where you're at. I think the only thing that's kind of dragging the progression of this account right now is resources. Like, a great deal of my problems origin in the fact that I just don't have the, don't necessarily have the resources. Now, yeah, obviously I don't know, I'm up there. What's this about? Oh, whatever. Alright, let's see here. I know HKG was open a little while ago, so maybe if... Take a look. So I was told these are food hypers. But let's actually get a good look and see what these hypers actually in fact are. Why don't we? Because I can't help but wonder just exactly what is on those accounts. So I have no idea. That's a good way to find out. So there's 50, 100. Yeah, so 150 gems. I mean, that's not bad. And it'll start to stack. I mean, it's good stuff if you can do enough of it. Let's see if we can find the next one. Okay, ready. Well, anyway. Oh, man. I guess something else that you could probably do too is you could just set up a bunch of hypers, which is possible. And I've always thought, you know, what I could do with this account is I could just use it as a hyper. But I don't know. Some part of me has never really gotten around to doing it. Probably wouldn't hurt to have a hyper on this account, but I don't know. Got about a minute out on this. Luckily, it doesn't take anywhere near as long for this to actually go out there and grab. So let's see what we got there. Ooh, another 100. That's not bad. I mean, 100 gems every time. That's really not bad at all. It's good stuff. I'll have to turn on hyper and get me some gold that way. It's what I ought to do with that ability anyway. It'd be the smart thing to do. And so far they all look empty to me. I'm guessing that they all got cleaned out at some point. Pretty recently. What if you think about it, you know, what do you expect when you're talking to kill like HKC? Oh my gosh. It surprises me that they don't get hit more often. Well, let's see. Pretty interesting when you got some people from MCQ that come to join us. Pretty cool. Makes me wonder how much our guild mine is now, though, because of that. Almost a 9 billion byte guild now, actually. It's pretty impressive. Because now we got 900 mils, 400 mils, and everything in between. Pretty impressive, I'd say. So S24. So basically most of MCQ is merged in with this, is what has happened. It looks like. So S17. A lot of those guys from MCQ came and joined us. Which, take that in combination with the other guilds that are coming in. You know, it'll be pretty interesting. I do happen to wonder if GFP's got anything. I always keep thinking that these guys have got to have something worth stealing, but I've yet to actually see it, so I've never really bothered. Although, I'm rethinking that, because now that I think about it, I think I want to go to a GTS Hyper instead. Yeah, I know it's a waste of a goddamn, like, reset, but I can't help it. I really can't. I waste these damn coins, like, all the fucking time, too, which is kind of bad, but what it does is now if I go over and switch over to gold production gear, pretty much, everything that increases gold. I don't think I've got anything for gold here, do I? I don't think I do. I got something for timber, but I don't have anything for gold. I forget if I have anything here for gold either. I think it's this. Yeah. It's 35 right there. And then all of the gold production pieces, which are the Crosswing Breath. Which, if you can get these to gold, they're actually not too bad. But what that does now is, since I've got mostly manners, right? What you can do is take your, take your current production, which is 677k in my case. You can also pop a production boost, right? And that puts us at 696, so almost 700,000 a pop. And we get 6 hours of or 4 hours of resources with this. So you pop it, and then you get 4 times the amount of gold. So in that case, I got like 7 times 4. I got like 2 million gold or so, almost 3 million for that, which is not bad. And of course, that just overall just gives you a lot of resources to work with. Because I got 700k there. 600 or 700k across, actually. It's really not that bad. Ore-wise, I mean, I'm even not doing too bad there either. I mean, it's really not bad. Having 600 or 700k across. Like that just generally gives you a lot of resources. Of course, this is part of the reason why I'm working on improving Evil Weevil. Is because Evil Weevil gives you just an enormous amount of resources, and if you can get his ability to where it's really, really cheap on time, I honestly think this is one of the better ways to get resources now. Every day is just do this, because it works. Hey, what's up? Welcome, man. Yeah, so I'm just talking about how Evil Weevil is probably the greatest god gift that we've had, man. Oh, I know. I'm BIP 15, though. Happens in my case all the time, man. I'll exchange like 1,000,000 gems and then look the other way. It happens all the time. It's stupid funny, but at least we've achieved one thing, which is to get, to get one of those pillars out of the way, which is VIP 15, which in my opinion is a very nice thing to have, because now everything is about twice as fast as it used to be. Like now you got free acceleration for 60 minutes, you have unlimited Bravehearts usage, you have auto-complete admin, auto-complete guild quests, open all guild gifts, all the stuff that, all the things that you would want, like 10 admin quests, 9 guild quests, 10% added to all your stats, so now I have 15% more army attack than when I'd been at like 13. Like I've got 10% more now. I mean, it adds an enormous amount to your production rates. It's just overall a really nice thing to have. What happened to Goldsteel? Oh, he's still around. He's still around. He's still kicking. He's just, he's out gathering. But yeah, it's just... It honestly though, like it really kind of boils down to the fact that like what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to get this a particular ability all the way down to where it's just like a day. Because right now, like, the thing is, right? And I'll show you. What does he look like when he's fully maxed? I mean, the thing I like about that particular character is that once you max him, he's really not that bad. I also wouldn't mind getting Osros maxed, but again, those are long term, like Goblin and a couple others. Like those are all long term in my opinion. But in the case of Evil Weevil, right? When he's fully maxed, you can get it down to just a day, and you still get 4 hours of resources. I mean, the only thing you really can do is just drop it down. That's really all you can do. Oh, well, that's just it. I'm not too worried about it, really. I'm really not. I can manage with only 20k. Like, it's really not that bad. Because the thing is, right, is I'll get another 100,000 in a few weeks. Like, I'm not stressing. Like, when this goes down, I'll have, yeah, I mean, I'm going to have a little over 200k in the next month. I mean, I'm not too worried about it. Granted, you know, that you got to be somewhat awake. You got to make sure you're shielded and everything, but as long as you do that, you're fine. Hey, what's up, Dex? How's it going? But yeah, I mean, it's just a lot of that stuff. I mean, you don't really have to sweat it. It's really not a big deal. You know, having refreshed on the cargo ship and such, a lot of that stuff is really good. But at this point, you know, in case you're wondering what I'm doing, right, is, you know, at this point, you know, I pop a boost here and there when I can, but otherwise, what I'm doing is, funny enough, I'm going after Gem Gremlins, which is what I really think anybody ought to be doing, because you get like a couple hundred, a couple 500 here and there, that really starts to stack up pretty damn fast. Like, I don't even care how far away they are. If they're out there, I'm probably going to check them. Now, I'm not hitting any members of MCQ from this point forward because a lot of them are merging in with us. So at this point, most of them are my friends. And god damn it, I don't know who found those, but curses. It's alright, we'll just go for these. So, we got a lot of people that are coming in, helping us out, you know, and that's... Yeah, my kingdom, they don't... I mean, I could literally wait all day and the gremlins will still be there. There's just not that many people. And that's why I've always been suggesting that if people want a guild to join, you know, and you're interested, and if I get enough people, I will just build another guild right beside mine. Like, I will literally pull up my alt, this account here, and I will make a guild right now. If enough people come in to join, I will build it right on the spot. You know, and we can sit here and gather resources and shit. And start building up people and actually get another guild going. Because I'm totally cool with that. Like, it's totally doable. Because this kingdom is just open for anybody, really. It's not, like, framed in such a way that, like, you know, because at this point, you know, we've got a pretty strong alliance. We've got, you know, we got mostly everything you'll ever possibly need. It's really not that bad. At this point, it's just a life of luxury. I just don't really mind anything anymore. It's really not that bad. The only thing that I look around for now is GSR. It's probably really the only guild that I can attack nowadays. So I usually go over there and look. How did I get Lords on PC? I use Nox. It's an Android emulator. So it's not bad. Alright. I'm thinking because of the current circumstances, it looks a lot like to me like... I don't know. I mean, we can check regions and such and look around and see if there's any, probably is. I just don't know where they would be. No, mostly gone. They're not completely gone. There are still, like, on the very fringes of the map, there are still gremlins that I can find. It's because mostly not everybody's out, like, frantically trying to get them all. I mean, they're trying to, but that doesn't mean they can get them all. It takes a while for somebody, like, to actually clear them out. It's like there's another 100 gems. I mean, that stuff adds up. Oh, I know. I mean, there's so many though. That's the thing. Like, where there's one, I can find like 10 or 20 others. It's really stupid funny. But then again, I'm also burning like 100 million resources every day, and it's not like I'm not burning a couple hundred, a couple thousand gems every day. I mean, hell, you guys already know how many gems I've burned in the past, day or two already. So I mean, it's not like, oh, like I don't burn things. I use a lot of stuff to build a lot of stuff. It's just the cycle kind of continues. The only thing I'm looking for now is I'm hoping I can just find some resources off an account, but it's just really hard to find them anymore. There's really only an exclusive number of places I can really go looking for them. And even still, it's not like it's just laid out on a plate for me. I really have to fight for it a lot of the time. That's just the current circumstances. And that's okay. I'm not gonna flip shit on that, really. I'm not. Now, who is this? You got island dwellers. That place where W&P used to be. Yeah, I'd like to believe that this hive here is full of loot. But I have a funny feeling that they probably don't. But let's just scout them. I'm going to scout one of them. I'm not even going to scout the entire hive. I'm going to scout one and see if he's even got a lot of resources. Because I'm looking for guild hives like that where they're just plenty. Like, there used to be this old hive that I used to be able to, in this kingdom, that I used to be able to just port by. And they had like a bunch of level 24 accounts. And if I needed gold really badly, I could just farm all the damn smallest. Because anybody below 25 can't protect gold, so I can just sit there and freaking pillage like 30 or 40 accounts. Pull off all their freaking leaders and shit, get ransoms, and occasionally I'll even grab all their extra stuff. But like, as you can tell, like we've started bringing in a lot of people into the main guild, which is really starting to it's starting to be noticeable for our enemies. Because they're starting to pay attention more and more to that. Like our guild's getting to a point where it's scary big for a lot of guilds around us. And that's awesome. Like I'm happy to see the guilds growing. We're fixing to bring in another guild, potentially, that's going to come into the kingdom, and so we've got allies that might be coming. We've got this guild called JOD that might be coming. And I don't know. I mean, we might very well work our way into being an 11 billion or 12 billion might guild pretty soon. Because we're just bringing in a lot of tier 4s. And, obviously, when it comes to being rally leads and shit like that, they've got rally leads, we've got rally leads, and we don't have a whole lot of people that have gold champ gear, but the guilds that we're bringing into our merge, it's like we have the tier 4 players, we just need the actual gold rally leads who can actually carry. And that's really all we're doing now. It's just bringing in the people who have the money to really kind of run around and actually cause even more damage. Oh, what are you asking exactly? Because I don't know what I don't understand, Peter. What are you asking? Because I don't know what you mean, man. I really don't. Although, in all honesty, though, I mean, if I can find a hive in this kingdom, in fact, if anybody can look around in Kingdom 129 for a guild that is a hive, please tell me their coordinates, and I may or may not decide. I'll know if they're an ally because if they're GKQ, DWF, or any of the smaller guilds like W&P or Wolfpack, I guess, which is W_P, or any affiliation of WP in any way. Those are more than likely sub guilds. But if anyone wants to help me out, like UN, for example, is an enemy. I can hit UN. If there is anybody that's in not KY or FY, but like any deviation of those guilds, you know, like ROR, for example, I don't think I have to respect their rights, but I could be wrong. But I'm almost certain that I can break their rights because I don't think they're in the alliance, from what I know. But I don't know. I've been proven wrong before, so I'm not entirely sure what to believe anymore. But I'm just out looking for hives now. Is all I'm doing. I'm looking for someone that may potentially have a lot of loot, and then what I do is I just turn around and recycle it for troops. Because you guys all know I've just been doing that a lot lately. It's like, oh, this guy has the resources. Okay, I'll take. And, you know, rinse, repeat. It's just nothing out of the usual. It's really... It's all about getting bigger. That's about all there is to it. It's also incredibly hard to do it, though, if I don't have enough resources. Like, I gotta have a constant, steady stream of it, or I just can't build. So it's actually funny, because it's not the speeds that are stopping me anymore. It's the fact that I don't have the resources to spend to actually build up to that kind of might. It's not even, I mean, honestly, that is not the roadblock I thought I was going to have. You know, it's like I met all these people in this kingdom that had like hundreds of millions of resources. And now it makes so much fucking sense because it's like I cannot find a person in this kingdom now that has the kind of resources that it's, you know, that's needed. But, you know, it's, I don't know. See, I mean, this guy's got no gold. That's what I thought. You know, it's like, if they don't have any gold, I know they've probably been getting hit pretty damn frequently. I need to find somebody in this kingdom. Like, I really wish, what I should ask, really, is just tell everybody in the goddamn game that if you got a dead inactive account, just put it here. So I can freaking harvest the resources off it every hour or two. That's really all I need at this point. It's just like this guild here is a good example of it, where I just need like just a boatload of accounts. I don't even care if they're like low level. I just need a bunch of them, and then I can scrap off the resources off those accounts every day to actually build up enough troops. But without it, I'm kind of sitting here kind of like mugging through the dirt, and of course everybody who gathers is like looking at me like, oh, come on, man, can't you just gather? It's like, well, I could, but it's also not my thing. I've never gathered once in my life. I just don't gather that much. When I do it for Guildfest. I don't really like to do a whole lot of it. If I was actively going after level 5s all the time, it'd probably work out pretty well for me, but seldom does it in fact end that well, because you gotta be in control of the kingdom. I just don't have that luxury, so instead I go around stealing for it, or I pay for it, or I have other people help me out do it. It makes my life a lot easier. And I do a lot of fighting, so it makes a lot of sense. And when you got a guy like this who's just running around, you know, it's like, it becomes awfully questionable why I don't just hit the guy. Take his stuff. Rinse, repeat. Like UFA, for example. I'm almost positive, if I'm not positive, oh my god. I gotta find UFA though. UFA is up here somewhere, and they're like a fairly big little guild that I can maybe pull resources off of. I don't know why, but something tells me this guy's got stuff. I just get this funny hunch that that guy probably has something. But what do I know? But I don't know, you know, it's just, I'll keep looking around. Let's see if there's any, there's probably somebody somewhere that's got some such and such stuff. But what do I know, you know, it's just, it is what it is. And the thing is, right, is, you know, it's like most of these guilds are allied up, and that's what's making us really, really good, is we've got all these allies. You know, and unlike some alliances, you know, it's like we're willing to fight, you know, we're willing to rally, we're willing to take, you know, as many punches as we can send at somebody if somebody challenges us. But it's also like one of those things where, like, if a kingdom full of billion-minded players were to be a problem, you know, and we were asked to actually deal with that, I mean, we would have a hard time doing it, but I'm not afraid to try. Like, I know the circumstances would definitely be on, against us rather than for us, but we would probably give it a shot. Enough so that it's like if there was an option to eat a rally, we'd probably take it if we knew we could actually get away with it. But Sleepy, that is literally everybody nowadays. It's like, well, if you can't do it this way, have bots do it for you instead. And it's like, I get it, but I don't support it. I still don't like the fact that people are doing it. I've been saying it since day one, and I'm just not. I'm going to do everything I can to avoid doing it if I can. Hey, what's up, Dex? Like, I don't know. I mean, part of me is kind of like, if I can get away with robbing players and such, then I will. Like, I will do everything in my power to essentially play this game as fairly as possible. Although I've more than once have been like, I don't know. Well, yeah, bots malfunction. You're right. The only thing I could see any use out of bots, though, in all honesty, is if like. There's one thing that I've seen a lot of guilds use it for is they don't use it for anything but the auto shield. They go offline and then they don't want to pop a shield, so they just turn on auto shield, and all that does is check for oh, you've got a red signal, pop a shield. Like that's all it does, and that may be the only practical use of it, and in my opinion, is the guys that are like spending an enormous amount of money on troops and shit, and then they want to protect their shit, so they keep an auto shield on hand in case they're just not around or something. But a guy like this guy, right? That to me right there is the jackpot. If he's not like anti-scouted, those are the kind of guys that if I can rob them, I will. I will almost 100% do it if I think I can get away with it. And that's the most fair way to play this game, in my opinion, is you go after the people that have the resources, Go after the 200 mils that have got all those resources and break the damn piggy bank, kill all their damn troops and take everything. It's like, you need resources, then you're gonna have to play the game where it's made to be played, But obviously, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I will get a scout on him, and then we very well might just rally him today. I don't know. Because the beauty of it being 11:53 and him being unshielded and not being, is he in war gear? Oh, hell, I don't even know. The beauty of it is right now their time zone is technically nighttime right now. So if this guy is offline, not in war gear, which he's in war gear, if I know what his really all I care about really is what does he have for troops? What does he have for resources? If he turns out that he's got an enormous amount of resources and he's not in war gear, then there's a good chance I could probably try rallying him out and take it all. But on the other hand, when he's in war gear, I'm still tempted to try it. But if he's got like a lot of troops, it's gonna be expensive, so it better be a lot of resources, or I'm not gonna bother. Okay, so yeah, he was anti-scouted. Well, like I said, I'm still open to those kind of players should they be available. Usually they're not, so it's kind of out of the question. But I don't know. It's part of the reason why I go around scouting in this kingdom is I keep thinking that I'll find somebody. Oh yeah, Dex, I know. I actually have that problem sometimes myself. Because eventually because the thing is that when you bother them enough times, eventually these people become insomniacs and then they just don't sleep, it seems like. Which is, I don't know, that's what I think, Sleepy. It's just, it's a combination of the two. It's just for, like, the average person, it's like, what the hell? Do these people ever sleep? Because it seems like they don't. Now, I don't know. See, the thing is that, when it comes to actually finding players in this kingdom, to actually loot from, it's such a pain. It's like GSR's Hive is probably the only genuine place where I can pull, like, maybe 10 or 20 mil. But I have to pull a little over 100 mil a day to really, really get what I want out of it. So if I had, like, a stash of inactive accounts that were producing, like, 20 million an hour, across this, across stats, and I mean that would be great. Find one of those, multi-purpose banks, but they're like so hard to find. It's not even funny. Yeah, probably. But even still, it's just, I don't know, it's just, there is an answer for finding these kind of resources in this kingdom, but I have got to begin to find it. What do I think of Brun Chong? Well, I know the guy won like 11 million gems in the labyrinth, so the thing about it is, right, is here I am spending hundreds of millions of resources. How did that guy get a billion resources, or billions of resources, I should ask? Like, where did that all come from? Because when you think about it, I don't think that man did it all on his own. Like, it's not even the gems that I know. Like, I know where the gems came from, and I'm more wondering how the hell did he get the resources to do that? Because it's stupid funny. Oh, well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming what happened is Bren was like, hey, guys, and everybody's at Battle Royale, and everybody's got all these resources, and they're all selling their resources. I have this funny hunch that he was probably just like, hey, guys, I got a lot of gems. I'll give you, like, like 1,000,000 gems if you give me, like, 2 or 3 billion resources. And they probably turned around and said, yeah, sure. Like, I have a funny hunch that that's probably how that went down. I kid you not. That's really how I think it probably went down. Like, I don't even think he spent for the resources. I think he just won the labyrinth and proceeded to recycle the gems in return for resources. Because if you think about it, if I can get 20 million for 1,500 gems, quantify that by like 100K, you very easily could get a couple billion that way. It only costs you like 600,000 gems to have a little over a couple billion in a couple different resources. That's not counting a guild supplying him and a bunch of other things, like... Well, yeah, that's true. And there are a lot of people out there that are saying that he's spent an enormous amount of dough. And I believe that is definitely a factor in it as well. Like, I'm not going to rule that one out because I'm sure he probably did to have the gear that he has. Like, the gear that he has, there is no running around in a circle with that. Like, he had to have spent an enormous amount of cash. I just think for how big he is and how much might he is, it is possible that a person like him that won 11 million gems could make that amount of troop might. Like, it's not that far-fetched. But you'd also have to spend 110% of it all into that. That's really the only way, and I don't think that's the case. It's more likely the guy just ended up spending an enormous amount of cash on that. So I don't know. I think a lot of the time when people say he spends more than $2 million, I think that's just people evaluating the gear and the equipment and the troops that he has on his account. Like, they're quantifying that to the amount of money it would take for somebody to actually spend the kind of money. But a lot of the time, if you actually look at where you can really understand how much money he spent, though, is definitely in those $11,000 heroes and the war, and the gear that he's got. That's really where you can quantify it. And you can really say, yeah, this guy spent a lot of cash. Because there's really no way around that. Like, you have to spend to get those kind of things. And there's no running around in a circle trying to ignore how you could have gotten that much. Like, there's no doubting that he probably spent an enormous amount of money. It's just how much he spent, I will never know. How much money do I spend? Again, I have no idea. I gave up trying to keep track at some point. But IGG gives me like a few 100,000 gems a month or so. And that's just kind of the way it is. At this point, I must credit that to being... that's what skews it so much. It's because, like, a great deal of that I don't even know anymore. Because it's like, there's really no quantification to it. Because if you think about it, 100,000 gems is a little... It's like winning $200 a month. So, if I was to put, like, a dollar figure to what I have at this point, it's probably over $2,000. And just gems alone that they give me. Like, it's not even funny how much that is over a period of time. But I don't know, you know, it's just, that's just the way it is. Well, the thing about it is, though, is a guy like him can technically rally a 1 billion might player out. He's just got that much might. Like, he's got enough might that he's even got the gear. He's got gear that no one else has. It's what we call Emperor gear, which has stats that are specific to what he's wearing alone. And, like, nobody else can actually, like, compare themselves to that. Like, he's one of a kind in that aspect. Like, a guy like him can technically, as long as you're offline, he could probably clear you out if he had a full rally. And he'd probably lose, you know, like maybe 100 million, 200 million. I've seen him back in the day, though. He would lose like 1 billion might in troops, and, you know, you wouldn't think much of it. Like, it was not a big deal. Like, he could lose hundreds of millions of might in troops, and it would not matter. He could just keep throwing and keep throwing and keep throwing and not think anything of it. It was pretty damn stupid funny how much he had during a battle royale. In fact, actually, it's a battle royale going on right now. Or is that over with? Oh no, it's already over with. So it looks like Megumi from CTK ended up winning. So she or he, I don't know which, got the helmet. And so this is what we call stacking of titles, by the way. So this person has an Emperor title, a Baron title, and an Overlord title. Like, you can't get any more OP than that. Somebody that's got all 3 titles, their army attack is by far some of the best in the game. And based on what this person has, this person's like an infantry cav kind of set with what they've got on. So they're packing probably some of the best stats you can get in the game. But because of the infantry heaviness of the gear, it's predominantly infantry. So if somebody went full cav or something, you might have a chance. But it's not high. Like, it's stacked against you in such a way that it wouldn't really make much help, I should say. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I mean, yeah, like you said, yeah, the hope was that, you know, you'd be able to find someone in this kingdom that would have loot, but I honestly don't think there is anybody. Like, I could probably scout GSR and see if they've got anything, because, I don't know, maybe they do. But, I mean, it's looking all like, in fact, see, hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that, actually, but let's random and see if we can get closer. So that's not any closer. I need to be closer to Comet, so like that's kind of the right idea, but not quite right. Okay, now that's really far off. Okay, now we're a little bit closer to base, which is sort of what I want. Now we're far off on the deep end again. And now we're in the wrong spot. Darn it. And we're back to the place I didn't want to be. And we're on the wrong side again. I don't know. Eventually we're going to get a place by Comet. It seems to be kind of rotating me through the same spots right now. It seems to have like a... Was it like here it put me by Frozen that time? One of these times it's going to put me where I want it. But we'll see, you know, it's always kind of a rough around the edges trying to figure out where exactly. Wow, put me right below Lunar. I don't know, is there anybody by Lunar, I guess? And that's really the silver lining in this. If there's somebody by Lunar, I can probably check these guys and see if they've got anything. How are free-to-play going to get that? Well, average free-to-play can probably get it if they just saved all their speeds. Like, if you save your speeds every day, like, if you had done something like this, where you just had saved all of your speeds, You could do it, like when they come out. And that, I mean, there are some people out there like myself that back in the day when I didn't have all the stuff that I do now, like that's what we did. We just sat around, waited for an event, and then used our speeds. Then we never bothered to do it simultaneously. We didn't use them up when they came around. We just waited until an event came up, and then we looked at the event and said, "Okay, sure," and then we spent our speeds, built up. Otherwise, we did them slowly. So we'd wear research gear to do research, but we never used speeds. We just let it go. We just let it go and take the time that it did, and then whenever whenever the events were up, we took it. That's how we did it anyway. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't see any deduction though. So if it's there, I certainly don't see it. I mean, the other thing too, right? In case you're wondering, a trick from the trade, but we also do the same thing with energy. So like, every time we did those events, right, we would get energy, and so we would stash our energy while we were doing it. So like my cousin, he's got a little over a couple million energy that he just sits there and stashes, and then he waits for an event and then burns all of it whenever, like Phantom Knight or something like Huey Hop, some of those events where you got to spend, you got one monster in a 3-hour rotation, so maybe you get them 3 times, but yeah, everybody in the kingdom has to hit them, and you get Holy Stars, gems, or whatever. Like one that was really popular was like the Hoarder, and you'd hit him and he'd give you gems, speeds, and he would give you a bunch of stuff, and that's what we did too, and that was a really good way to really get bigger in a really quick way, because what we were doing is we were taking advantage of having all that excess energy saved up, and then we would just go into Labyrinth and would be just overkill. Like we had a chance at winning like 1,000,000 gems sometimes, and so it just put us ahead. I mean, even now I still have, a fair amount that I'm stashing for that same reason. What day? Well, like they're not really day oriented. You have to think of them kind of like season oriented. So think like the next event's probably going to be, like Huey Hop. What do you think that probably came from? I'm trying to think of other events they've had in the past, but they're always seasonal. So like obviously they're months apart, but obviously I don't think short term in this game. This game is very much a long term game. You don't think of it. You don't really play this game to play it every second of every hour of the day. You play it more like casually every couple months. You play it, you look at your phone, you do the mediocre tasks that it asks. You maybe potentially go around and attack and raid, but when you actually want to really profit and you really want to gain, it's when you save what you've had for such a long time. But, that's just the way it is. Yeah, they don't. Sometimes they don't. Like, in terms of events, though, they do kind of cycle, like in one aspect. So, like, we just had Battle Royale. I can tell you almost immediately after, you're probably going to have KVK or Guildfest. Depending on which it is. I don't really know what's, but usually you'll get Guildfest, then KVK, or KVK, then Guildfest, or some version of that. And you may get a 1v1 KVK, you might get a 3v3 KVK, you might get, 3v3 is a little misleading. It's technically 3 kingdoms, but whatever. You get like these kind of events where they show up and say, "Oh yeah, it's our birthday," yada yada yada, and all this stuff. But like a lot of that stuff. Oh yeah, well that's anything in this game. Like everything is a timer. That's that's the entire game though. Because again, I think a lot of the free-to-play that play this game expect everything to just happen and go incredibly fast in the game's fast time, but it's just not the way it is. Like, if you're gonna play free-to-play, everything to you is measured in time rather than money. Which is fine. Compared to the guy that's getting it instantly for the least amount of time, in my opinion, is literally losing money when he loses troops. He is literally losing money. Like that is it's not even something that people like think about, but it's like if you can make a guy who spent an enormous amount of money on his account lose all his troops, you're like literally burning thousands of dollars of stuff on him. Like, literally, it took him ages to get that stuff. And you literally burn it from him. You know, it's like, compared to the free-to-play where it's like you burn his time. You know, it's like, for him, he could, you know, he can either make or break that. You know, if it's only a few minutes in a day and it's not worth much to you, then it's really not that bad. But when you're a guy that spends like ages or thousands of hours into the game, and you're on this game like 8 or 10 hours a day, then yeah, I can see it being a little detrimental to your mental capacity. You know, so you know, granted, it's just something to think about. But I feel like, you know, when it comes to free to play to pay to play, it's the argument is still valid. It's just, you know, everybody gets their own mental stress when shit gets lost. Check your mail. Okay. It was 1.456 million mite yesterday, and I'm 1.677 mil mite today. And I'm mostly free to play, and I have all green free to play gear, just waiting for level 40. That's not bad. That's the thing, you know, it's like, when it comes to playing free to play, a lot of the time when people first start playing this game, like, the thing about it is everything is very, very slow. But like after a period of time when you've actually started to grow in this game, you'll notice it. I mean, it comes with like it's very time oriented. Like you start out with a bunch of shit buildings, is what I want to call them. They're all level 10 or level 4, and they only produce like a very tiny amount. But as you slowly work your way up to like 24 and 25, things become a lot easier. I mean, I almost want to compare it to kind of like, you know, if I had a graph, the guy that starts the game in the first like 3 months is probably only going to be able to do so much with so little. But by the time the guy's in about 6 to 7 to 8 months, 9 months or so like that, he's playing about how a pay-to-play player would do if they were spending cash at the same amount of time. You know, but how do I get 100k gems? I stream on Wii Gamers, and I've been streaming on there since it was pretty much founded. Like, I've been around for a long time on there. So, I get like 100k gems a month for streaming on there every day. That's just the dead honest truth, but now granted, you know, obviously, you know, that's just the way it is. It's really not that big of a deal, though, because it's once a month. It's lucrative, but that's, you know, it's also a job. You have to think. You have to, like, yeah, you got to do a lot of streaming, like a lot of streaming. It's more demanding because you have to really think about that. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much like how that goes. I don't even get paid to do YouTube or anything like that. That's just me having fun. Like me personally. Like they don't bother. They don't really bother with me on YouTube that much. I mean, there is some lucrative in there because I guess I get I think it's like 10,000 gems. So technically no, but it's very minor compared to the streaming on Wii Gamers. It's very minor in comparison. But, you know, it adds up. Technically, if I was bigger on YouTube, I'd be making like 50k a month, plus the 100k from streaming. So then it would be 150k. Like, it can get pretty freaking lucrative pretty fast. But, I don't know. You have to have a lot of dedication. I don't think most people have. Like, you gotta be pretty fucking dedicated to playing this game. If you're willing to play it like 7 hours out of the day, every day, like I do, like, you've gotta be really fucking dedicated to that. Which I don't think most people are. And hey, what's up, man? How's it going? But again, that's just the fucking truth of it. Like, I could just lie to your face and tell you, oh no, it just magically appears in my bank account, but like, that's really not the truth. I'd rather be fucking real with you than I would be than anything else. Alright, I don't know, I mean, there is probably somewhere in this I don't know. I mean, I'm like actively looking for people to hit in this kingdom. So if you guys just so happen to have anybody in this game, who put the 30 mil on him? Hades? Gee, many fucking crickets. Hold on. I gotta see if he's got anything, because goddamn, man. 30 million gold's a nice chunk of resources. What do you mean? Well, because, like, the thing is the packs in terms of metals. So let's say, like, I bought Songstress, which I'm probably going to. Okay, you get $5 for 15, and it's just once. So like if I pay $5, I get 15. The next it's probably 20 or some shit, and that's for like $20. 20 for 20. So it's like it makes more sense to pay 5 for 15 and then stop and then wait till it comes back, then pay 5 and get 15 again. But you have to do that again and again and again. So like most people don't realize that too. But like the heroes themselves, like Songstress for example, like. You have to think in perspective that 98 divided by 15 is X number of dollars. Like, that's how you can quantify how much you've actually made in cash over a period of time in terms of spending. Now, me personally, I don't sweat it if it's $5 every now and then, because that's like buying a sandwich. So it's not that big of a deal to me. You know, but whereas if you spent 5, then 20, then 50, then 100, you know, like some people do, you know, then it's like, fuck. Like, why? Just why? Like, why? Because he spends so fucking much. Versus where if you spend $5, it's really not that bad. Because it's taken out. It's like, it's kind of like a loan, you know? Like, if you pay $5 on a loan over a very, very long time, it is not a big deal. But if you pay like 50, then 100, then, you know, and then fucking spend all that much in a month, you're like, holy shit, you just spent like $3,000 in a fucking week or a day. Like, what the you know, like, I know people that do it, but I'm not fucking one of them. Like, that'd break my fucking bank account just doing that in a fucking snap. But there are some people out there who are like, oh yeah, I could spend a fucking car worth of cash and not think anything of it. And I'm just like, I don't know who the fuck you are, but I'd love to know how you make that kind of money. Like, what the hell? Because honestly, there are some people on this game that just fucking do that, and I don't see it. Like, I honestly do not see it. I mean, there are some people that just spend an enormous amount of cash on this game. I'm nowhere anywhere near some of those guys out there. Like, some people, you know, they get the income from streaming. You know, and some people do it from, you know, and that's the thing. A lot of the times, the reason these guys are as big as they are is they've got a business backing them. That's where a lot of that money comes from, you know. So if they're spending up in the upwards of like 40 grand, yeah, it sounds fucking stupid funny for a worker, but if it was a business, it's not a big deal. Especially if they're using it for business purposes. I mean, somebody like Bren Chong, supposedly, you know, it's like, I mean, he's basically he himself is his own business. So by making himself super big, that gives him a lot of traffic. And hell, he's like a fucking, well, I mean, it's a thing, you know. It's like, think about it for a minute, all right? Bren Chong is so big now that fucking everybody in this game knows who he is. And that's a huge fucking dollar amount of income for him, because that means he gets fucking people that show up on his Twitter. He's got fucking people messaging him all the time. I mean, a guy like that, fucking, he could go streaming and probably make a couple $1,000s just fucking sitting there because he's got that kind of publicity. You know, that shit has a numerical money value to it, which I don't think most people realize. But, like, there is an incentive for him to be that big for that reason. You know, it's like, for as long as this game grows and continues to get big, he makes money just on that premise alone. It's a huge fucking deal. In the grander scheme of things, you know, but you also have to, you have to think of that, and only really it applies because of advertising. You know, like, advertising in our day and age is such a bigger deal than people realize. Like, hell, we live in the global market, you know, and I think that's really one of the things that most people aren't taught when they're growing up, is that, like, we live in the era where I can fucking talk to the entire fucking world. Okay? Like, I could talk to over 1 million to 2 million or 3 million people a fucking day. You couldn't do that 10, 20 years ago. I mean, fuck, even 30 years ago. That's unheard of, you know? Like, it's... To think that is even remotely possible, to be able to sell, or even, I mean, that is not even something anybody can even quantify, but there are some people now that are, like, taking full advantage of that, and and just in a few seconds are like a fucking millionaire. Like that. But obviously they have to be aware of a lot of things, which is that, you know, when you put yourself in a position like that, and you're seen by so fucking many, it's like being a celebrity in some aspects. You got fucking people that are, like, trying to bug you. They want to know where the fuck you live. There's some people that want to fucking rob you, you know, like, you put yourself in harm's way when you do that kind of shit, you know, like, at some aspects, it's nice. At others, it's very bad. It just kind of depends where your scheme is. I mean, personally, I'm okay with, you know, like, you know, I don't know. You know, it's in the end, I just like I like getting to know people, but yeah, I'm only 20 actually. To answer your question. I really backfire. Now, see, me personally on songstress, okay? The only reason I go with songstress nowadays is because I bought into her a long time ago. But she is really not that good of a hero. The only thing I like about her is because the army stats. And in my case, I've already gotten her almost all the way, so it doesn't make any sense for me to stop now. But I much prefer Lore Weaver. Lore Weaver, in my opinion, is king here. She's one of the best healers in the game, so she's really good for the money that you spend on her. And Stormfox is okay, too, because you get that healing, or training speed. Healing speed! Yes! No, not really. But, I mean, you get the point. And by the way, guys, I don't know if you'll ever notice this, but if anybody ever subscribes, donates, or whatever, here, let me show you. I'm going to show you this, because I was working on some of this stuff the other day. And so, I'll show you. See? Ta-da! It looks kind of neat if you ask me, but I made some emotes. So, those will pop up now. Supposedly should pop up if someone subscribes. I don't know if they will, but now you know. But again, I always like to point that out because I like to do a lot of drawing and shit. I haven't gotten into that a whole lot as of late because I'm always fucking busy because I'm doing college shit. Like right now, I'm doing photography. So I'm doing a lot of lighting, I guess, you know, so I'm learning how to take care of a lot of that stuff. So you guys will probably, you know, I'll probably talk about a lot of that stuff here and there from time to time, but a lot of that shit long down the road, you know, like I would really love to teach people a little bit about all the stuff that I've been learning, you know, because I feel like, you know, why the fuck not, right? But obviously, you know, there's only so much a person can tell, and I don't know. You know, it's just stuff that I've got on my mind. But again, I don't know where I can go with it, you know? It's like a lot of people that get onto my channel right now are like, they come here because they're like, hey, this guy knows Load's mobile. He knows a whole lot of shit about lore. It's like, he knows a lot. You know, but I'd love to fucking blow people's minds with other shit. Like, I mean, right now I'm doing fucking Adobe Photoshop and doing a lot of Adobe-oriented shit, but there's so much more to that shit down the road. Like, I really need to play with Audition a little bit, because there's so many cool things you can do with radio and stuff like that with Audition that I think would be kind of cool to integrate into something like a podcast, for example. Like, I don't know. Some part of me kind of thinks that'd be kind of neat. Do you think that Trickster to be the first hero to gold that others will help along with the game? Well, see, the thing is, Lenny, is that, like, everybody says that because a lot of the time you have to think in the aspect that, like, well, like, for example, alright, if I go to Trickster first, okay, it's a research speed boost, and it's monster hunting boosts. That's mostly why. Alright, catch you later, Peter. But, like, part of the reason they say that is because of the research boost. Like, if you go after research boost first, that means your researchers go fast, therefore you progress faster. That's the same reason for, like, construction speed. Construct buildings faster, therefore you grow faster. Monster hunting is, like, really good in this game because of the daily benefit you get out of it. Like, it's stupid funny how much you'll get out of that because, I mean, you guys have probably noticed, but I get like a couple hundred gems. I'll get a couple, I might even get relocators occasionally, you know, and that stuff, that's that's a lot of gems over a period of time that you can just get just by having monster hunting jacked up. And it's, I don't know, it's like, whether you make heads or tails of it is up to you entirely. But in my opinion, it's definitely something that's worth investing into. And that's why a lot of the time people say tricksters, that's the king. But, obviously that's up to you entirely. Yeah, sure. We can do that. I'm waiting for a training. Like, I'm waiting to train troops. So we've got like 30 minutes. I don't want to pop my other speeds unless it's for troops. Although, I kid you not, I've actually been contemplating that because here's the thing, right? You've got your army leadership, so you got to get these to 10. I got to go into military command, get these to 10. And then you've even got to go into upgrade military and get these to 10. So, as of late, I've been kind of thinking, well, I don't know. I might want to just not even want to go there, but, oh, yeah. Okay, so you've got, so you're going, it looks like you've got Inf, and then you got Cav, and then you got Cav and Range. So you're kind of a mixed-ish kind of set, but I can see what you're doing. You've got army attack in there to keep it kind of balanced. Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad set, Zero. I think you've got the right idea. But I will say that if you really want to give yourself a hand, I think what you might want to consider is always keep in mind that when you're wanting to play the game, it's always best to go into 2 sets than 3. A lot of people like to use mixed sets, and that's nice. Because, when you're starting out, mixed sets make sense. But when you really get down to a 2-unit stat, focus is always better. Rather than 3. Because you'll get like a few % more attack out of it. And in my opinion, I think that usually works out pretty well. But it doesn't hurt to have like a 3-unit stat. Like having more blight rings in your case would probably be a pretty nice thing to have. Just because of the amount of army HP and defense you get off blight rings. That's like oftentimes what people don't realize. But HP and defense is really, really important. Especially since, especially in the case of rally leads, it becomes incredibly important. But when you're starting out, it's not noticeable. But when you get there, it will become very noticeable very quickly. And so for that reason, you've got, I like your idea with the Bumble Helm, because that's giving you HP, so that's a good thing to have. The Frostwing Sword is great at keeping things balanced. Now, obviously the Codex, I love using the Codex. It's a great thing to have. But if I was to put, like, the Winter Mitts at gold versus a purple Codex, I will actually pick the Mitts over the Codex for HP and defense reasons. Now, not to say that, I won't switch over to a Codex, because it entirely depends on what I'm doing. If you're eating an attack, you want attack. If you're doing rallies, you might want HP and defense. But it ultimately determines what you're wanting out of it, and that really depends. But for free-to-play, that is fucking good. Like, for a free-to-play player, that is fucking phenomenal. Like, you're doing great, man. Honestly, there are a lot of people that are pay-to-play that would love to fucking have that shit. So to see somebody that's free-to-play that has gotten all that, that's pretty fucking impressive. Because that had to have taken you a long time to do. But, I point that out because I know a handful of players that are not anywhere near that, and yet they're pay-to-play. What's the best free-to-play chest? What are you asking in terms of chests? Like, are you talking like? Because the thing is there's technically no best thing. Is the funny thing. Like, when it comes to like loot, I mean, you're open to just about fucking anything. I can tell you, like, the anniversary gifts right now are pretty interesting, seeing as how. I mean, it's got everybody anticipating like, ooh, this has got to be really good, right. But if we actually look and see what exactly is in these gifts, all right. Apparently, they got gems and guild coins. I bet you 10 to 1 these motherfucking things are only like 50 to 100 gems and maybe 10 to 15,000 guild coins at 99.9% of the time. So, I wouldn't sweat it. Like, it's nice, but believe me, it's not as great as it sounds. Ooh, 520 days played. Damn, you played longer than I have. Funny enough. Because I've played about 476, I think. So yeah, I'm nowhere near that. And that's the thing, like, I've played for a long time, but I've not played as long as most people. Like, I've been playing this game since November of, like, fucking ages ago. So not last year, but like before that. That was a long time ago. Long time ago. But, you know, I don't know. You know, there's obviously always somebody out there who's played longer than I have. I always find somebody that does. Shit. Well, I guess we could probably bother, the player chest. Are you talking about, like, the actual gear? Like, chest pieces? Or are you talking more about, like... Because it's very, very general when you say that. Like, I can think of about 13 different things, and I'm not sure which you're asking. Because it depends. Like, yeah, I'm just throwing that out there. Alright. Yeah. I've been looking for something to hit this past 20, like, and I can't find it, so I'm, like, panicking. It's like, where? Can't help it. Where the fuck is it? Fucking want something, goddammit. Well, there's 129. I don't know, there's gotta be somebody somewhere in this kingdom that's got loot. I know it. Hang on, I think we're gonna try random for comet again because I don't know. I know it. It has to be in comet. Damn it. I have to get a comet reload. Damn you! Give me a comet reload. That's all I want. Oh my god. I don't care about lunar, damn it. I want a reload to comet. Oh my god. Trying to random reload to comet is like not happening today. It's like, I will put you on the top of the map now. Alright? Now leave me alone. And now it's like, okay, now I'm going to put it in the very bottom half. How about that? How about a little bit closer to lunar? How about that? No. I want comet. Damn it, this game is like swiping my ass. It's like, hell with you. Now it's like, how about the top of the base? How about that? Fucking screw you too. Okay. Alright. Okay. We're gonna settle with that. I fucking hate the distance, but I'll take it. It's close enough. Fucking Christ, it only took like 15 fucking random relocators to get close enough just to scout this goddamn hive, but fuck yeah. Alright. So yeah. I don't know. I guess at this point, really, I mean, the only thing I can think of doing is I could probably hit GSR and see if GSR's got anything. That is the best I got at this point, you know? Have I scouted the guy with the 30 mil bounty? Yeah, I did. He came out and I scouted. It's a bit of a bummer. I had a funny feeling he would, though. I mean, the thing about it is, too, right? Is the guy is technically outlined. Technically. He's part of CNM. I don't know who he is, but he's outside of CNM, so I like to dick around with him a little bit if I think I can get away with it. But a guy like him's a little over 300 million might. Probably has a little over, probably a million or so tier 4. So trying to zero a guy like that guy out won't go easy. He will fight tooth and nail to stay alive. Now, I can't help but wonder how MCQ is fractured. You know, you got this guy who was in freaking, he was over in MCQ, and now he left and went to GSR. So I don't know. Got some people from GSR in different places, and I can't help but wonder if there's a reason for it. But, you know, again, it really isn't that big of a deal. And again, these guys, I don't know. Time and time again, I'm like, I think they got loot. And then I look and it's like, oh yeah, he's fucking broke. Never mind. I mean, the only thing I care about when it comes to fighting anybody is not the kills, it's the resources. I don't give a fuck about killing people right now. I could care less. It is not the kills that matter to me anymore. You would think otherwise, but believe me, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I can kill all fucking day long. That's not a problem. If I wanted to do that, I'll just I'll go call my guild and be like, hey guys, I got a grand scheme. Let's just go fucking rally people for the sake of rallying people. And they'd probably look at me funny and say, okay. You know, but they'd fucking do it. If I had done it, like, in any other guild, they'd probably just be like, fuck off. Because they'd be like, I ain't fucking hitting this guild. The fuck you talking about? Because again, this guild, you know, you pick any fucking guild and somebody out there somewhere is going to be like, pussy out. And they'll be like, ah, hell no, I ain't fucking hitting nobody. And that's okay. I mean, there's always somebody out there that's got a guy just migrated to be the rally lead for my mate's guild, and I'm absolutely destroying the kingdom because there are so many unshielded here in 172. Oh, okay, compared to 172 where I came from. Yeah, that's the thing, you know, it's like, you pick a kingdom, you know, especially the newer ones, and you often find that the players there are not very super protective of their shit. And I blame that on the fact that people get coaxed into basically what I call a migration, you know, scheme. They get so used to being fucking in their own little world that once the fucking, you know, like, the world opens, they're like flipping shit. Like, once the people show up, they're like, oh fuck. It's like a dose of reality as soon as that door opens. It's just like, oh fuck, okay, now we're not the biggest dog in the world. Because, you know, everybody was dealing with their own ranks and their own levels, and then all of a sudden the fucking doors open, and then they're like, shit. Then the kingdom is open to fucking everybody, and they're just like, ah, fuck. And everybody pretty much panics, but I don't know. I mean, I remember a time when I used to be only like 2 or 3 million might. I remember those days, and everything was super fucking cheery. You had, you know, you felt fucking good when you took out like 1,000 fucking troops, and nowadays it's like, fucking, I'm happy if I kill 1 million. But it's like not even funny how you know, like there are just some people out there now that it's like, I mean, fuck it, it's a really big deal nowadays. I don't know, you know, I mean, I'm hoping that somebody in GSR like Small Birds maybe turns up, you know, but if he doesn't, then what we end up doing is we're gonna probably have to keep stashing our troops and shit. You know, nothing out of the fucking ordinary. Looks to me like some people are hiding troops in 8 hours, which is fine. I didn't know if he was doing a legit 8 hour or not, but it seems not. And again, like I said, I was coaxed about hitting MCQ earlier, and I'm still kind of open to doing that. It's just, oh, I don't know. I mean, there's not really that very many people that are in that bracket. Can't do it. No, try not to yawn too much. I apologize. It's just, I don't know. In the afternoon, I still feel like it's the morning, and that's just my sleep schedule, I guess. Just a little out of whack, that's all. But maybe the coffee will wake me up. Who knows? But I don't know, you know, it's just, there's got to be something more to, like, I don't know if you guys have these problems, but I have a problem where I'm in a kingdom where it's just so fucking dead that I'm just like I'm begging to hit somebody. Begging. Practically begging. I'm just looking for someone I can hit. Is Nightbot free to use? Yes, from what I know. Now, I don't like using Nightbot extensively, but I can. So this guy right here, 146 million might. I don't know. He kind of looks like a guy that I could hit, but I don't know if I should. Decisions. Well, and obviously, okay, under most circumstances, you should not spend gems for gold. But I don't care about this account, never have, so we're gonna scout him with my 50k gold. And of course, everyone else in here can cringe because God freaking hell, that's just stupid. But it is what it is. I am not in the mood to care. Thinking this guy's my best bet. If there was going to be loot, that guy's going to be the guy. How do you know how to set it up to gather? Okay, now you're talking about something else. Nightbot is one, like, that's for streaming, and the other bot of which you are talking about, that's pretty self-explanatory. You can YouTube it, because I'm pretty sure the guys who made it have got a video on how to use it. I'm pretty damn sure there is. And technically, yes, there is a free version of it, but it only works for an hour. Which is kind of stupid. Like, I wouldn't bother with it if it were me, but... I've gotten like 20 million kills here, and I've only been here about 2 days. The small guild I'm in fills rallies faster than some 14 billion Mike guilds I've been in, and then together we have zeroed about 15 100 mil plus guys. Oh yeah, it sounds pretty fun. For being in 218. I imagine. Sounds like something I'd love to join in. I'm still like fantasizing of just leaving this fucking kingdom, but I've already committed to building a ton of troops now, so there's no chance of me leaving this kingdom anytime soon. Unless, of course, I go to a kingdom like, little like VNN's kingdom where it's just a billion might fucking everywhere in the top 50, then yeah, no problem. But you're also talking about a whole lot of hurt, because everywhere you turn, it's a fucking it's just a goddamn nightmare anywhere you go. Will he have loot? Oh, he's a bummer, isn't he? Oh, well. Making me waste my gold. I thank you. Okay, what about this guy? And he's poor too. That's just fucking lovely. Damn it, people. Can you not be like 100 mil and be poor at the same time? Can you like not be? Come on. Seriously? Come on. You give me these expectations and you turn out to be complete, utter failures. God damn you, people. It's disappointing. Hey, what's up? It's Venice from Twitch. How you doing? We're just going around trying to look for people to hit, but I can't find anybody because apparently everybody's broke. Which is kind of shitty. I was kind of hoping I'd find somebody and I can't find anybody, and now I'm kind of just tearing my hair out trying to find somebody. And it's like yesterday. I was just like, oh, hell yeah, I'll just hit somebody. It's 12 o'clock. I can do this. This is no problem. And now it's like, yep, nobody's in the kingdom that can even raid, so why bother? When Dead Kingdom is dead, I don't even know what to do anymore. I think you didn't shelter your hero. Yeah, this is my alt. This is my main. This is the alt. The alt I use to scout, so I don't really care too much about where my leader is. Right now, Cena, Mr. HX8 has my leader, so I don't really care. I guess a non-issue for me. First kingdom where I've actually been able to execute leaders, and now I hit these smaller guys like a freight trade out of nowhere. Thought he could take a hit from me, and I gave him some. Oh, wow. That's nice. That's always an exciting thing to have happen. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to feed resources over to my main account is what we're trying to do. So I'm using this account to scout. Or that's basically how I use this account. I just use it to scout. And it's kind of the, I don't know, it's an ideal system. It works. But obviously, it's kind of like, oh, I don't know. Oh, no. Can't really make heads or tails of what's going on here. 11.8, and I'm in 228. Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm talking to somebody that's 218, so you're about 10 kingdoms away from a guy that's just sitting around burning people all over the place, so that's pretty interesting. Yeah, I can check. I'm tempted to just, you know what, actually, here, this is what we'll do. I'm going to bother my allies about this because, oh, please don't. Okay, good. Yeah, sorry, it opened up to Lords on my phone, so I freaked out there for a second. I'm like, no. No. Okay. Alright. Alright. You know, it's funny. I leave this conversation for just a fucking second, right? And now there's a whole lot of shit going on in my guild's allied chat right now. Oh god. I leave it for a day and it's like, oh boy, it went down really quick. And a handbasket. That's nice. Nothing out of the usual. Well, anyway. What I'm thinking I can probably pull off here in a second, though, is I might just have, might call the allies and be like, hey, bro, you want to give me resources? I'm tempted to just call Duke and be like, hey, you got any resources? Who's got resources? So yeah, it looks like I got 8 minutes left. Let me actually bother somebody about it. Hold on. I'm going to talk to Duke. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how much I'm going to give. I can't figure it out yet. I only got 19,000 gems, so I'm like, I don't know. Anyway. What guild I'm in? I'm in Madlands. Oh, really? There's somebody in 218 that... Well, that's funny. We got more than one person here that's in 218. What are the odds? So, yeah, that's pretty interesting. But, yeah, I'm in Madlands. We're in... I don't even know the kingdom number off the top of my head now, because I'm like 129 there. I'm like talking 200s so often that I'm like, oh, I'm about to say 2. I don't even know anymore. I can't even tell anymore. It's alright. That's okay. It's 129, so. I wonder what happens when we hit Kingdom 300, you know? You know, the guy that goes into Kingdom 300 and creates a guild called Sparta will be my fucking friend forever. That would be the fucking bomb, to be quite honest with you. You fucking get Athens and fucking Sparta and Kingdom of 300. That would be the fucking bomb. I would support that. All the fucking way. That would be the fucking shit. But I don't know. It's like your favorite sports teams, you know, like you gotta fucking root for it. I know somebody out somewhere is gonna be like me, who's thinking the same shit, is gonna do it, and I'm gonna praise them like it's fucking no tomorrow. The day that happens. But yeah, obviously we still got a long ways to go. So yeah. Shit, I don't know. You know, it's like I got enough resources I can print a little bit, but not a whole lot of it. You know, it's like I can print a little, not a whole lot, but a little. I'm gonna need like a truckload of resources before it's really relevant, but hey, that's okay. There's always, I mean, it's just like, it's kind of like, you know, yeah, if a person had a truckload of resources and gems, what would a person do? Build a ton of troops, yeah? It's like, yep. That's exactly what I would do. Except I don't have the truckload of resources, so what do? What happened to my gems? It got me VIP 15, that's what happened to my gems. So, yeah, you know, the usual. I'll have another, you know, a couple 100,000 eventually, but it does take time. Let's see. Alright, well, I guess there is the possibility of what I could do. Because we already checked GSR, I could probably go check, oh, yeah, there's like somebody over here somewhere. Wonder if they've got anything. They might, but I don't know. And then again, there's Tom. Tom's just like, hey guys, how's it going? I'm wearing champ gear and I'm just chilling and I'm a billion knight. Guy's like AFK 90% of the time too. He just sits there. Doesn't do shit. Just kind of sits there. Well, let's see. Could probably bother you on. I know there's a guy down here somewhere that's got loot. Wherever did he go? Hold on, I gotta find... Okay, Skyfort first. And go south. This guy right there. That guy right there had loot. But maybe this guy has loot. I don't know. Let me check the map. See what UN's got. Maybe UN's got the loot that I need. Who knows? But damn it, somebody has got my loot. I think UN's probably my best bet, actually, when it comes to loot. Like, I don't know. If I was gonna bother a guild, I get my goddamn loot. I think I'd start with them. Okay, Noda. I don't know, maybe that's what we'll do. We're just gonna go port by a UN and be like, hey, I'm gonna borrow your loot. Maybe that's what we'll do. But I don't know. I'm not having much success right now because frickin' everybody's poor. Nobody in this kingdom is rich. Everyone's dried up on resources. Anywhere I turn. Okay, I mean that's like food. Want food? Got it. I mean, that's just time and time again. Maybe, this is an idea, maybe I need to be bothering these 24s. That's something to think about, actually. Maybe I need to be looking around for them level 20 foes. Yeah, that's pretty much everybody, man. It's like, I would spend money, but I'm broke. And or, I don't want to spend money on the game. It's not happening anytime soon. And it's like, either way, it's like, yeah, totally understandable. Some people can, some people can't. That's just the way it is. Yeah. Wow. I don't know. I guess what I could do is I could probably port here. And just see if I can find anything. Could try that. The hell event restarted? Yeah, boy. Oh, it's hunting monsters, but it's a watcher medal. That's not bad. It's an easy. You kill a level 4, you get 10,000. So if I kill a level 5, I get 30. So if I just killed, I kill a level 4, and then no, I probably wouldn't even need to kill it, probably, actually, because by the time I did, I'd probably already have it done. I'd have to hit a level 4 like a couple times. And then I could get the Watcher medal. And then I can get the gift. Yeah, I don't mind. We can do it. We can do it. Maybe. I don't know. Austin. Fucking. It's like, hey, do you know where? Can I hit you? It's like fucking Christ. Freaking crazy. Freaking crazy people. Oh well. Where the hell would I look? I mean, I'm thinking of like just going over and find like one of those level 24 hives and just smack the shit out of that maybe. But UN wouldn't make a bad target for like a little while. They'd be good. Well, that or I'd hit GSR, and then GSR would get all pouty, and they'd be like, "I'm gonna rock and roll you," and I'd been like, "Okay, okay, I see. You fucking get away with it. I will just kind of look away and just pretend it didn't happen." I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Looking a lot like to me. Like I just need to go. Need to go porting around. Well, I don't know. So, has it started yet? No, we still got a minute left. Okay. Show the level 1s, level 2s. I guess what I could do. How many points is on level 1s, I wonder? Oh, wow. Kill a level 1, it's 100 points. So, if I killed 178 level 1s. I guess that's a challenge. We'll do it. We'll do 178 level 1 monsters. We'll do it just for the lol. Why not? Probably hit some level 2s while we're at it, but... Okay, so we got 7 seconds left. I'll pop a monster earning damage boost. Ready, set, go. Killing all the level 1s. Here we go. Fucking challenge accepted. I'll give my guild 178 fucking gifts. Like, that's a good amount of gifts, if you ask me, so... It's pretty good. It's good shit. And I can kill, like, level 2s. Like, I'll go kill this level 2 Gargantua and this level 2 Frostwing. I'm just gonna kill all the fucking monsters in my vicinity and just be like, yeah, everybody dies. Everything dies. Alright, let's see what we get. I don't know how much damage I'm gonna actually output, so I'll have to probably optimize it a little bit, because when I hit these, I don't actually bother to check what hero lineup I sent, so... I see, like, there, I got a 60 minute. I mean, that's good stuff. Okay, let me, so I'm using... Okay, I'm using a mix. It's physical and magic, so that, yeah, that's the best that I can perform, because that's all a high DPS. So that's about right. Oh, hell yeah, man. I got my monster in gear on. You fucking bet I do. It's 37. So it's like 3 hits for level 2s for me right now. That's not bad. For level 3s. Or level 2s, I mean, my bad. 3 hits per pop. That's not bad. Oh, wow. Yep, there goes level 2. Ta-da. Okay, now we got the first stage. Oh, what, where did you come from? You die. I don't know where you came from, but you die. Don't know where you come from. You just kind of appeared. Yeah, a little bit of jumps there. Neat. Okay. Got another. Got a claw. That's nice. Okay, so now we get this level 2 Gargantua we'll grab. Is it worth? I don't know. Well, let me look. Well, according to this, it's 60, so it's about double. And if you kill it, it's about 5 times as much. So yes. Looks to me like it rewards you a little bit better to hit level 2s. It's obviously better if you hit level 3s, but we're just going to work our way up. I'm just hitting whatever's closest because of time constraint. So I don't want it to take ages. I could just as easily go over and hit level 5s. But see, like there, I got 200 gems. And it's part of the reason why I like to hit level 2s and level 1s and shit like that. It's just, you get pretty good returns on hitting these after a while. And sometimes I can even get, like, get the eyes. Or work our way up to level 3s eventually. Then 4s. Depending on how close we get to them anyway. I feel like our damage output could be better. What's this guy do? P defense. So physical defense is his immunity. Well, that's probably why. That guy's okay. This one's probably not a bad pick there. And, I don't know. I think that's okay. I don't see anything wrong with it. Should do a lot more damage now, though. Okay. There's a level 1. Okay. More level ones. Level one, level one, level one. There's a bunch of level ones all over the place. So level one Fiesta, it appears. Although, you know, granted, you know, it's like, even though I'm hitting these, I mean, it's gonna take like enormous amounts of those to actually like quantify anything. So let's actually go after like a level 3 real quick. So hold on, let me look for one. Okay, here we go. I'll put... There, I'll put like 32k into it. On a times 7. Should do a good shot. And then the next hit, I'll do a full max and it should clear. Or get pretty close to clear. But we will see. And again, obviously, it's a little longer now because it's a 50-second timer, but yes, obviously that gives us like 9 chests, a little bit of loot. Okay. In the meantime, I guess what we could do is we could probably go over, check GSR while we wait. So that was almost half, or over half. But even on that, I mean, you can see I got like a pretty good shot. You know, like it wasn't that bad. The next hit, I should only have to do the same thing on a times 7, and it'll be pretty close. We'll see how these scouts turn out. Maybe they've got something, who knows. Not really. No. Nope. Not really. Bummer. So, same deal. Just do 30k again. Should be enough. So I think we've ruled GSR out, so that leaves me with everyone in between. Got 30 seconds left on that one. Oh, not much, man. Just, you know, going around looking for players and doing, trying to do this hell event right now. Let's see what we get in the anniversary gift. I don't think we're going to get much, but you never know. So we're just doing that. How about you? I don't know. I feel like HKG could have something, potentially. I just need to know where to look. No, he won't. You lose the army. Like you get the only way you get your stats off your leader is if he's deployed. So if he's in the shelter, you don't get the stats, and therefore you lose all of the benefits of having your leader in your fort, which means bad business. Like it'll cause detrimental amounts of damage to your troops if you get hit. It usually doesn't end well. But, you know, if the guy had a lot of tier 4 and he didn't have tier 4s, it's probably not going to make a difference anyway. But, you know, just throwing that out there. Alright, let's see if there's any other level 3s that just happen to be closer. Kinda hoping maybe we'll find one, but yeah, there's no promises. Yes, if you defend with your leader, you run the chance of getting it captured. You are right. To answer your question. Your leader can get captured, but obviously that's if you lose. Like, if you completely lose. You know, so like if... You know, you might potentially lose, you know, most of your army, but if some of it's alive, then yeah, your leader won't get captured. But if your army's completely depleted, then yes, it's gone. It's ripperoni. It's no more. So, hope that clears something up. Why don't you do a giveaway now of like 3K? I don't know. I like to think I'd wait for 150K or something like that to come through, and then it'd be easier to do that. Yep, and that's the game, man. That's the reason why this game is pretty tormenting. Because you run the risk if you get hit. So we're at stage 2, so we're getting closer. And I don't know, granted, you know, it's not that bad. I'll probably get more points if I just hit these one at a time, but what does it matter? And it really doesn't. I already know these Lao Zhao guys are all bleh. Depending on how long, it usually takes about a day or two for someone to capture a leader and then hold on to it, then execute, and then that, depending on whether or not you have a revival fruit, or if you have, if you don't, then it just takes a week. Like, you can actually literally take 7 days for it to come back if you don't have revival fruit. Because it dies if it gets executed. Some 30 minutes, 60 minute or an 8 hour. Some holy stars. That's okay. Not terribly great, but it's okay. Shouldn't need any more than like 24. I'll be surprised if I do. Yeah, I know. Like, I'm aware of Mr. BP's giveaways and shit like that. But the other problem with that, though, is that, like, a lot of those giveaways that he was doing, he didn't exactly do on his own. Like, it was more, like, given to him than it was anything else. A lot of those accounts were, like, not his. Like, somebody went up to him and said, "Hey, I got an account, want it?" And give it away. And he was like, "Yeah, sure." So, I mean, in my opinion, his publicity isn't fake to the people that gave him the accounts. As for the gyms, I mean, that's all on him, so, I mean, I'll give him that. Like, it's pretty nice. Yeah, sure. See? Well, anyway, I'll go ahead and kill this. I'm going to try doing it one at a time now, see if we can just try to maximize the points. a little bit. I don't know, maybe these hypers have something. That was like 8%, so yeah, we're a little away. Huh. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's like I thought they are hypers. Pretty interesting. I forget where I... God damn it. It's probably over here. Yeah. It's nice when you get stuff like that. That's part of the reason why I'll hit 2s and 3s from time to time, is I'll get lucky. We could probably start hitting level 5s. I'm going to show you what those look like, or level 4s. Let's see if this guy's got anything. Probably doesn't, but yeah, you never know. Can I kill a level 5 alone? Probably. I can give it a try. Like, I'll do it. I'll give it a shot. 0.888%. Fucking, of course. God damn it. Yeah, if somebody steals it, I don't care. I'll just hit the guy who steals it. Assuming he's not shielded, that is. If he's shielded, then I'll probably wait until he gets off, but, you know. I don't know, actually. I have no idea, but I'm willing to give it a try. Give you an idea. Two 24-hour shields from one of the level 3s that I killed. Yeah, this is why you hit level 3s and level 2s. It's good stuff. Hopefully we'll get this one as well, since one doesn't yoink it from it. Which if someone does, I'll just Probably beat the living snot out of them, but, you know. Have I finished it? I don't think I have. I'm getting there. I'm at like 10,000 out of 17, so I'm like, I'm getting there. Oh, there. 200 stars. Good stuff. Oh, I'm getting scouted. From where? Oh. Apparently one of the alts is like... Wait a minute. I smell something. Oh well. What do I care? They're literally using all their alts to scout me. That's nice. Anyway, we'll go port over and hit us. We'll go hit one of those. We'll port right here and hit that level 5 right there. We'll just bounce back and forth. I'll give it a try anyway. See, as you can tell, it's 10,000 a hit. A fucking hit. Pretty fucking nuts, but there's 2,000 gems. So in case you're wondering why people always flip shit because, you know, level 5s, now you know why. But they're pretty good. Like, the loot you get off them is pretty damn good. Oh, there's like a 24-hour. There's 1,000 gems. Yeah, the loot on level 5s is pretty good. So like sometimes it's really bad. Just kind of depends. Like I said, sometimes it's really bad. You think I had to use a tank? Alright. I don't think it makes much of a difference, to be quite honest with you, with or without one, but... Like, I'll go ahead and... We'll watch the battle, just because. So, like, now we're at 1%. Here, I'll show you. So this is what happens. So yeah, I mean, it's, yeah, you can tell, like, there's damage, but it's like, it's more collective damage that you need than it is anything else. So like, if I wanted to really improve this by like a sizable amount, I'd probably want to take Incinerator out and then put in somebody like I don't know, like Dark Follower, for example, probably wouldn't be too bad. Like, he is not that bad of a replacement. And he'll heal. I can show you what the difference is, though. Or maybe not, actually. He died a little too fast for him to be actually any good. Maybe oh, I don't know. Who am I thinking of? Trickster, maybe? I don't know. We'll play around with it. We'll see which one works. Clearly not that one. Whatever I just did, do the opposite. Clearly do the opposite. That's clearly not any better. Let's just go back to Incinerator. I feel safer. I'll just stick to this. Damage keeps going up, so I mean, we can't be doing anything wrong, really. And there's 4 million food. Yeah. It's possible I could get like a legendary heart out of it. It's like not totally out of the question. Alright, now what we're doing is we're just basically we're just increasing the damage output, because for every hunt you do, it increases the damage. And then I'll do like a ×2 or times whatever, and that'll take whatever boost I have and multiply it by whatever amount. And we want to max our basically our hunts to the point where we're doing as much possible damage as we can do. Being mindful of this too, I mean, that gives us a good chunk. Yeah, he's gonna tell. It's like sometimes you get poop, and then other times it's like not bad. Or like almost 300% damage increase. 224 hours. We're only at 72% health too. Nope. I think we got the event. So, yeah, we got the Watcher medal. Then we got all the goodies. I'll keep going though, because I want to see this through. We're at 22 hunts. We can keep going. I don't remember what the max is, but I know there's like a point where you hit like a maximum. We're not quite there yet, but I mean, we're getting there. As you can tell, it kind of bounces. It'll go like to 2, then to 4, then 2 to, just like goes up and down. But, it's just the way it is. So we're at 4% now. So we're getting there. 404 on at 25 hunts. I don't remember what the maximum hunt number is, but I know we'll get, once we hit that amount, it'll quit incrementing. In some of these hunts, it's really bad, but... Okay, so now you see how it's stopped incrementing? So now we can actually do this. Do it times 5. So I can do 14% now. And that's the most damage I can do to it. And the loot becomes a lot more lucrative because of it. So now we're at 21%. I'll probably chop it down a little bit and then I'll do one final hit. Try Demon, Scarlet, Femme, Black. Well, it only works if they're maxed. In this case, they're not, so there's no reason to use that combination. Like, that's a good combination. Although, the problem is you don't have a stunner in there. And Incinerator and Scarlet, like this combination, maybe. I mean, I can probably do that. We'll see what damage output we get with that. Okay, that's noticeably better. Alright, we'll go with that combination. Because what that did is just lowers the defense, which is why you would pick that. Alright, this ought to be spot on now. Or ought to be. There we go. There we go. Killed a level 5. Anyhow. So there's 1,600 gems. A little bit of... Anyway. So let's actually see what we get. So... get rid of these. So this right here, okay. Like I said, it sounds great. Somebody somewhere is going to get something good, but time and time again, it usually fucking shits out on me. Now this is the anniversary gift. Yeah, like I said, seems great, but yeah, it's not really. Literally every fucking time. Every motherfucking time. Now, we can try the Gargantuas and see if they're any different. I'm kind of curious if they are, so let's go ahead and look. Yeah, I don't know. This combination's probably not much better, but we'll see. And again, they start out really, really low. Like, there's 1,000 gems. There's another 800. Like, it adds up. It's good stuff. The only thing I want off of him is probably eyes, but... odds of me actually getting anything of any quality, I have no idea. We'll find out. We did get some 24 hours, so that's not bad. Is your army done? Most of the gems went into VIP 15. And I still have a ton of speeds. So, We're just hitting level 5s now is all we're doing. I'm hoping maybe I can get some legendary pieces out of it, but we'll see. I'm still building the army, though. Like, it's still getting built. I'm just kind of burning away whatever I got. So we're like at 5 rows. We know we can go up to 25, so just something to look forward to. And in some cases, you know, the loot rate's okay, and in other cases, it's super great. It just kind of depends. We'll just see how lucky we get. Yeah. It's incredibly important for a lot of reasons. Like, it makes it so that it's like 60 minutes for... Like, it just speeds shit up. You know, if it's 60 minutes every time, I'm saving 30 minutes. And if you're printing troops in increments of 60 minutes every fucking time, that'll save you a lot. Like, a fuck lot. When it comes to, like, research and a bunch of other things. It doesn't really matter so much in troops, other than, you know, the troop boosts. But... You know, now if I had hit this at like on a times 5, I'll show you what happens if you hit it on times 5 early on. This is what'll happen if you do it too early. Sometimes the loot's okay though. But see how it goes up to 1.72 compared to 14%. But see how the loot's really not that good. This game doesn't reward you to hit like a times 5 or a times 10 right away. It never does. You have to almost hit these incrementally, and then when you hit 25 rows, then you do it. So... It's easier to do them like one at a time. And obviously you start out with a really low stat, but that's okay. You just kind of work your way up to the maximum row count, and then you do it. Got lucky yet? I don't know, kind of. Just a little bit. A little bit here and there. We got some green Frostwing Bravehearts from a level 3 earlier. Now we're just trying our luck with level 5 Gargantua to see if there's any luck in that. But we'll see. I know we got a couple thousand gems so far, which is probably the only noticeable benefit of hitting this level 5, but... Well, like I said, that only works if that team is maxed out. That's the thing. Like, that team is the best team you can send, but you need to have that team at gold. I don't have those heroes at gold, so that team doesn't work. Like, I could probably use Devil and Incinerator, but, like... You know, it's... Like, I would need an Elementalist maxed out. Like, that's the only problem with that team. Like, I would have to, pull Tracker out. Put, River Devil... Wait, hold on, let me look. Who is COL exactly? Not yet. Like, who are you thinking of? When you mean COL, like, who are you talking about? I've always thought the gold status has some factor in it when it comes to the damage output, but that's just me, but I don't know. You said Elementalist, right? So... Child of Light? Okay. Because Stormfox and Shadow of Light have that in common. Like, they do about the same, but... Alright, we'll try your team. See if it works any better. Remember, I was doing 0.55 earlier. Okay, so we're at 1%. Alright. Well, like I said, I'm more of a believer in the gold team possibility, because that just determines how frail your like actual heroes are, but not Goblin. So who else instead of Goblin? Who am I missing? Devil. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't really think it makes too much of a difference, but yeah, it is what it is. It's about a percent or two. I can't really tell because the monster hunting increments are already pretty high from before, so it's hard to actually compare. We're approaching 25 though. Once we hit 25, we can just start maxing it out. Yeah, I did. I finished I finished the hell event. We're just doing this one for funsies. And the loot box was complete shit, by the way. Only got 200k gold from it. And the little Frostwing chest gave me like a 150k timber. It's like, I got the fucking participation trophy for kill all on level 5. But, oh well. It's the only problem with level 5s. You have a chance to win, and then you have a chance to just not make shit on them, so it just kind of depends. It's neither here nor there. Alrighty. Pushing 300%. About 3 or 4 away until we hit max. There's some more shields. I mean, so far I'm liking this because I'm just getting shields and gems. That's not bad. I've only got 10 minutes to kill this damn thing, though. Which I don't like. I might just end up losing it on that premise alone. But we'll see. And now we're down to 25, so now we can just max this out and see what we get. There's 1,000 gems. I got a common eye. That's nice. It's like I'm telling you, man. I'm getting that goddamn participation award, and it's an insult, man. It's a fucking insult. That's fine, I guess. Oh fuck! I only got 12% on that one. God damn it. Oh well. Probably. What the hell? It's just going down. What the fuck? It's doing the reverse. Damn it. More energy means less damage. Fucking Christ. Oh, what is it? The fucking boost? No. Fucking game's just like all of a sudden decided that I need to do like fucking little to no damage. It's fucking nice. Oh, there we go. At 15. Yeah, I don't think I can either. I'm gonna pop. I don't know which is better. I could do a ×4. I don't think I can do it at ×4 though. I don't know. Fuck it. If we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. Oh my god. It's only 8%. Damn it. I don't fucking know. I mean, you know, for the amount of energy I put into this, this is becoming a bit, fucking hell. I don't know. It's like, that looked like an option. That is so fucking tempting, I kid you not. It's like a fucking 8%. It's like, no! It's so fucking tempting. It's like, it's only 20,000. I can do it. I know. Fucking 150k wins is awesome. Fucking do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, I don't know. Look, and nobody's gotten it, and it's like, shit. 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 Yeah, fuck it. I'm that stupid. Don't even ask. Okay. I'll put like, fuck, I don't even know if 20,000 is gonna do it. I'd have to put 10,000 to get it. I'd have to put all the gems I've gotten into it. Fuck it. I'm not doing it. Fuck it. I would regret that, and I know I would. Yeah. Oh, there you go. 500 gems. Yeah. Regrets I will have later. I shall regret this later. God damn it. Fucking 8 And the mystery question. Yep. 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 Never again. Never again. Feels bad, man. I mean, the only thing that's nice about that is at least someone in my guild's going to get something nice. It just won't be me. I will just kick and scream about how I fucking lost on that, but oh well. There's nothing I can do now. It's done did. I knew that was going to be bad, too. That's the problem. It's like, I looked at that and I'm like, I can do it. But fucking oh well. Fucking priorities, man. I had to try it. It's worth a fucking try, damn it. Alright. Oh yeah, on the bright side, I got 900 fucking holy stars. So who took it? I'm like, bitch, who do you fucking think? Well, anyway, it's about 1300. Oh, he got a fucking 15 hour. Oh fuck. I guess I complain, but it's like, fuck, dude. I guess in some sense I can't bitch, because I mean, I did get like a couple. I got some 24 hours and shit. So I mean, I'm not bitching too bad. You know, I got some stuff. I'm just like, for the amount of energy spent versus what I got, I would have probably just saved the energy, but that's alright. I do that from time to time though, because I always like to think, you know, if you don't try it, you don't win. It's the thing about level 5s, you might actually get like a gold, and then that just makes it all the worthwhile. That's the reason why I do it. Sometimes you'll actually get pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good news for your friend. I'm just gonna slowly curl on a ball and die. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess we can try this out. I'm gonna go into normal labyrinth and oh wow, as I say that. Yeah, divine blessing. Yeah. Oh, I got 600 left. This is not looking good. Oh, wait, maybe. Ooh, ooh, give me boss, please. Oh, damn you, damn you, fucking damn you. Christ almighty. Ay. What? 60? No, maybe. No, maybe. Nah. This game's like, fuck you. But then again, I only had 1300, so I'm not bitching. It ain't no biggie to me. Because, you know, in the end, right, I got 5 24-hour shields. So that's 5,000 gems I don't have to spend today. So I think I'm happy. It's good shit. Well, and back to the old shitter, back to dash 044444. Cause, you know, that's what I do nowadays. Dude, I got rank 1 for that shit. Fuck yeah! That's the fucking, that makes it all the worthwhile. Got me a reload, and I got me some fucking jewel chests, and I even got me some fucking speeds and some chests. I mean, that's the fucking bomb, man. Even got some 20%. That's, yeah, see that? That'd be IGG's way of saying, you the fucking bomb, bruh. I got number 1 across all kingdoms. That is the shit, mate. Alright, now 4 legendary chests. 2 at a time. Okay, I like to see that. I want to see more of those. Okay. Okay, I don't want to see those. Fuck you too. Okay, god damn it. Oh well. Anyway, so yeah, so we got an epic range attack jewel. That's good shit. Oh, cool, I got a purple worm jewel now. Neat. Ooh, I got, looks like I got a blue saber fan jewel too. Cool. Oh, that's probably the only thing that's of any actual value to me. Um, what where does it go? I have to wonder. Hmm. Well, it's not going in that, so. The question for the day: where the fuck does it go? Okay, well, I guess based on gear and other related factors, um, I'm thinking it will go into the future for now. It's very situational, but then again, I may not need that. I might end up just wanting like Akarkachuachu or something akin to that. I think that would be a better spot for that. Keep my cav and range and infinite. That just makes sense. I'll just hang on to it, really. I think that's what I'll do until I find a reason for it. How many times have you won the Labyrinth? Never. I've won like 100,000 or so gems though. So, but it wasn't like jackpot winning, so it was just like the fucking purple things from the. Really, how much money do you think it takes to get purple to blue? Blue to purple's usually probably a few $100s, I would think. It's probably about, you know, if you get lucky, it might be $70. It might be $200, roughly, depending. If you get it to gold, I mean, again, even luckier. But I know I didn't put a ton of money into it, so it can't be any more than $300 to get it to gold. So I mean, again, that's a really hard thing to say because it's a fucking loot rate. So it's like, yeah, I spent X number of dollars, but I may be a rare commodity in that department. Like, there are some people that could have spent hundreds of dollars and look at me funny, like, how? But that's all because of loot rate. A lot of the reasoning behind why I have what I have, though, is because of the fucking Guildfest. Every time that you get those goddamn 10 chests, I took them every fucking time they were there until I had a gold set. So I kind of avoided trying to spend as much as I possibly could. That's what I did. But yeah, so we got 26,000 gems now, which is not bad. We even got a reload to port and then port to another spot again. So, I mean, that's good. But I don't know, you know, it's just... there's always a reason for this stuff, but... I don't know. Well, we'll talk more about this stuff later, because like I said, I'll probably do more about this Lord stuff later in the day. We'll probably talk more about it, tonight, but... yeah, I can look at the world ranking real quick. But I think we're gonna probably head on, and we're gonna probably play some of the other games I've got. Because I know Stellaris updated, and there's a bunch of other things that I'd love to actually take a look at. And the Jimmy Gremlins showed up, so have fun looking for those guys. But yeah. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, there you go. It's kind of what the world rankings look like. Tell you what, man, some of those people got lots of kills. Lots of kills. Yeah, they're fucking in the millions. And funny enough, Brent Chong's not even at top number 1 for that. Like, he's only at 1.1. He's not even number 1. He's like 44. There's some people that have actually can compete in kills. Not very many people can say they've even got that many kills, to be honest with you. But, well, at least now you know. Anyway, I'll catch you later, and well, yeah, see ya. I'll be streaming literally just a few minutes from now. Just gonna be playing something else. So.